Out of every 100 soldiers, only 10 are real fighters. But one among them is a warrior. What every Templar should be.
Nightfall is a 10-part brand new TV series that's going to be on History Channel, made by A+E Networks, and it's a show about the Knights Templar, and I play the leader of the Knights Templar. Always, initially, what attracts me to a project is the scripts and the character, and that was incredibly exciting for me when I first read the scripts. This world that is so balanced between humanity and faith, where faith is such a reality, and yet you have these people just struggling with the world that they live in, a very uncompromising existence in medieval France.
Find it.
I think the show really resonates with a lot of people. I think that the Knights Templar are a fascinating sect that a lot of people know a lot about, but a lot of people know nothing about. And the show kind of bridges the gap between mythology and history.
Brothers, nearly 200 years ago, 9 knights founded our order. Today, Acre is our stronghold in the Holy Land, and we will never relinquish it.
It's that everybody you ask, whether it be a taxi driver or your parents or your mates, everybody knows something about the Knights Templar. And historically, they started the first banks, and the Crusades were something that changed our history completely, and I think we're still feeling the vibrations of that now. What's fascinating about them is this kind of secretive side of the Templar, where there's a lot of mythology, and that's where the show really sings, I think, in that balance, where history ends and mythology begins, and it's about the relationship between the two of those things.
We fight for more than just this city. We fight for the Grail.
Shooting's been very gruelling. It's a very physically tough and emotionally tough role. The period was incredibly gruelling for the I have to wear chainmail every day, and I'm wearing aluminium chainmail. These guys wore steel. I mean, it's tough, and there's a lot of fighting, and which is very fun, but emotionally it's very charged as well. It's as hard as it gets on set. We'll often kind of find ourselves looking at each other going, this is ridiculous. What are we doing? This is so fun. As we're like charging into battle. It's like a supercharged version of everything I've ever wanted to do. As a kid, I was obsessed with films about knights. You talk about them now, it sounds stupid, but I was crazy about things like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and this just feels like a souped up, more adult version of that. And it's a dream come true for me, and I think a lot of the guys working on it.
The Holy Land. I lost the Grail. I was so sure that God was on our side. God has placed the Grail into your life once again.
It was great to work with Harlan. It was great to work with him on his first original piece, and he's going to be doing a lot more, I think. I mean, that was a good thing for me to learn. It was the first show that I properly led by myself. It was an 8-month shoot, same as Nightfall, and so you learn a lot of skills about how to kind of keep endurance going, and it really did lend itself well to this show. There's a lot of thriller aspects to Nightfall that was the kind of vehicle that was the 5, and so it was good to learn about that kind of commitment that is needed for a thriller. It's amazing seeing a channel like History making TV shows now. I think there was like 410 around about that American TV shows last year, and what that creates is competition, and I think that's incredibly healthy. The level of TV now is filmic, and I think that that's something that we've been working towards on Nightfall, is to make not 10 TV episodes but 10 films, and the scale is enormous. I've never worked on a project with such scale. I mean, we've built medieval Paris. Every day we have cranes. I mean, it's extraordinary. We have a world-class DP. The costume designer is a film costume designer. The makeup artist is, you know, a very lauded film makeup artist, and I mean, it's huge. You know, we have these enormous battle scenes that you only see in film, and so it's exciting to be part of a project that I think is going to blow people away. But I feel like you have to nowadays in terms of television, and with multimedia, you know, and with such access to so much television at your fingertips, you have to make something that really stands out, and I think that we're doing that.
Charge!
You should not be here.
I thought God had abandoned us. So I abandoned him.
Formation!